Listen, don't talk to me like that, okay? I know it's illogical. Please understand me, I love you. See, I'm going through my mood swings. You got to understand me. This is happening every month and I don't know why you still don't understand me at all. Wait, listen, I have to talk to you. No, you don't talk back, please. Just listen. Hey, wait, don't go. You know what? I hate you. Oh, sorry, I was going through my mood swings. Have you all heard such a conversation, similar conversation before? I'm sure all of you must have heard at least once. One is an unfair number though. These days I come across a lot of memes or quotes about mood swings put in a very sarcastic way. And everybody enjoys it. Especially women, they do enjoy the fun side of it. Some even proudly says that they go through such things and they do the exact same thing. This all sounds pretty cool, isn't it? Well, that's how at least it's projected. I just have one basic question to all these women. Do they really make a point to address this issue and then work towards it? The answer that I mostly get is a big no. First, let's understand how a female body functions and why mood swings happens. Female physiology is acts more like 4 seasons, like summer, winter, autumn and spring. Every woman has to go through 4 different phases every month. So what are the 4 phases? It's your pre-ovulation phase, next is your ovulation or fertilization phase, and third is your premenstrual phase, and fourth is your menstruation phase. So every woman has to go through these 4 phases periodically every month. Unless you get pregnant, so that's a different case although. Otherwise you have to go through these 4 phases every month. So what happens in the first phase? That is your pre-ovulation phase. So your eggs are not ready and you have a lot of happy hormones in you, and you tend to be more happy, positive, you feel energetic, all good things happen to you at this time, and you don't have problems with anybody. And next comes your ovulation phase. So that is the most crucial or the important phase of a female. So this is when your eggs are released and you're ready for fertilization. So you naturally tend to feel more sexy about yourself, you feel hot, you try to be as attractive as possible. So all such things happens at this particular phase. Without even knowing what's happening, you send out signal to your partner saying that you're ready for mating. So that's what happens in this fertilization phase, and your estrogen and progesterone works overtime to keep you busy at this phase. And one more interesting factor at this phase is that you're very comfortable with your partner at this phase. So you will not have any problems with them at all. And next comes your premenstrual phase. So that is the villain. So that's where you get your mood swings. And what happens there is that all the estrogen and progesterone that were working very busy gets depressed after knowing that you're not pregnant. Yes, if you're not pregnant, that drops down, which makes you depressed. So that is kind of a sad hormone that secretes during that time. When all the hormones drops down, you become a bit depressed, and all that sad things and the cranky thing part of you comes out during that time. So this is when you act however you act like. And next comes the 4th phase, which is the menstruation phase. Everybody is pretty much aware of this, what's happening during that phase. For some it passes off very gently, and for some it is quite painful. So what happens here is that the eggs, after knowing you're not getting pregnant, it just oozes out. So that's what happens during this phase. So this is how a female body functions. The range may be relative, but the process is all same. So everybody goes through the same 4 phase every month. And now coming back to our first question, which is do women really make a point to address this issue? As I said before, the answer is no. Most of them wipe off this question just by saying, come on man, it's all hormones, I've got nothing to do about it. Of course, hormones play a major role in it, but it's not beyond your control. Because nobody other than your boyfriend or your husband goes through this trauma. Not your family, not your friends, not your neighbors, not even strangers. Nobody goes through this. It's only your partner who faces all this. So don't say it's beyond your control. And those of you who are using it are just using it for an excuse. And deep down, you're not ready to take up the responsibility. That's the truth. But the funny side of this is that they get backfired most of the time. When they really argue on something that's serious and logical, just because they victimized themselves on this before, they get easily labeled as, you're doing this because you're on your mood swings, you're going through your mood swings. So this frustrates a woman like hell. Simple. You victimize yourself and you become a victim. Blame game is a natural tendency for a woman. And mood swings are no exception. So stop doing it, be logical and be responsible.